Scotland calling. Hello. My name is Jay Lynch, and I'm very sad to tell you that joining me tonight is Johnny Stone. Johnny.
Hi. That was wasn't even rehearsed. It was a natural, and it was giving. Have you been affected by an incident at work that wasn't your fault?
I wanted it to feel as if the person who said you wouldn't steal a car, you wouldn't steal a...
No, see, that's the...
No, but if the person who would come to you at the end when they found out the energy, the inspector of that. How did it feel? Did you feel in trouble?
I did feel like I was in trouble. I felt like a comic relief index, but you know, like... Let's not get too carried away, everyone. I know Don French is here eating a pie, but... Well, you really want to think about Somalia. You know, it was.
I like the choice of Don French because you know Lenny Bruce was like the founder of Comic Relief of some description, wasn't he? I think so. He was involved.
No.
He was involved with the starting of it or something like that.
Too old?
Not Lenny Bruce. Lenny Henry.
Yep.
Common mistake. You know that woman?
Okay.
Dawn French married Lenny Bruce. You know?
Yeah.
Remember that episode of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
And I was even going to give you the credit of, well, in America, Billy Crystal did it, and Robin Williams. I thought maybe he's getting it confused, but
no.
Nah, we were on different planes there.
I'm way off. I'm going to get my Lenny's wrong.
What a great start to the
really strong.
episode.
I've given you a roller coaster of Jason's trying to be serious and then an idiot.
Loved it. Wouldn't change a thing.
But you are Johnny Stone.
Yep, legally. How are you?
I'm doing very well. It's been a good little week. The sun is out.
Yeah.
How you finding it?
Loving it. I want it to be a little longer in the sun so that I can, when I start wearing fake tan, people will think it's, because it's been outside, as opposed to the same little kind of drop I put in my moisturiser that Troy Sivan uses.
So what's your fake tan regime? What do you do?
I wake up, scream. Then it's like literally a drops that you put in. I'm not going to plug it because we're not getting sponsored.
No. It's not Supercube branded moisturiser.
One day. So I'm a sucker for any celebrity endorsement.
Who was a celeb? Let me guess. I'm going to say it was Countess Luann.
Oh, I would buy anything she sold.
Tanned by tobacco.
Cigarettes. Yeah. Yes, no, it was actually Troy Sivan in the back of, it was the back of Vogue where it was, you know, what's in my bag kind of thing. And I'm an absolute sucker for a celebrity endorsement.
Yeah.
I remember one time, Tandy Newton had like hand sanitizer, bought that.
Cool.
I've also voted because celebrities have told me to.
Good. I like the way you're trying to take fake tan advice from famed Australian Troy Sivan. You know, he needs that fake tan.
Well, ultimately, I want to sustain looking like him for as long as possible.
My dad once tanned his legs.
Explain.
From the knee down.
So known Limerick native...
Thomas Lynch. He works as a caddy, semi-retired, and he works as a caddy. I won't say which golf course. But was a little bit conscious about the fact he'd wear shorts on the course and thought, I can't. People are teasing me for my little milk bottles.
I love the idea because I've met this man. No one teases
This is
Tom
the
Lynch.
least teased man in Ireland and the least man you'd expect.
Remember when he won that award? That was a really good day for the family.
Him and Jerry Adams.
Silver Place.
Silver Fox.
Yeah.
Poor old Jerry. He went, I'm raging.
Because you can't do
his voice. But yeah, my dad wore fake. He tanned his legs from the knee down. He put on his shorts and measured them. And he just tanned it. No miss. Just like calloused cement factory hands rubbing. It's getting erotic. I'm sorry, Johnny. Rubbing the tan in his legs. And it was not a good job, seemingly. And he went to see his sister and she was like, rang everyone like, Tom's lost it.
Yeah.
He's got tan in his legs. But he's learned every error of his ways. And now he just wears trousers.
So to answer your question, I have been enjoying the sun.
Good.
And had my birthday last weekend.
Happy birthday.
That was great. I really enjoyed that.
I made a brief cameo appearance
You
like
did?
the Fonz.
Because you had a busy gig that night.
I was at a gig in Jordan Hill, which was fantastic. They had bars of soap in the men's room, like for you to steal. Like they weren't on a chain. It was bars of like nice soap and Waitrose hand soap in the men's room.
Oh, only the finest.
It was wild to go in and then like...
I'm also confused. What do you mean bars in the chain?
Do you know like bars of soap?
Uh-huh.
Like sometimes when you were younger, they wouldn't want you to steal the bars of soap, so they put them on a chain.
I rent for nobody washes their hands.
I made that up, to be fair. That didn't happen in Limerick either.
I was like, that can't be
They're
right.
chaining the soap.
Right, ladies, am I right?
That's like in prison. It's a proper weapon. Like,
yeah, I remember.
You drop the soap, and it's actually hitting him with the soap with the chain. So that was a good gig. It went on. It was lovely. James Gardner was headlining, and then I ran back to yours, and I think I caught up to you fairly quickly in terms of inebriation by just tanning cans as you kind of got a little bit sleepy. I was like doing the Macarena in the corner. It was good.
Yeah. That was my birthday. It was nice.
It was good. Actually, if there's any fans out there who are keen to celebrate Johnny's birthday and you've missed it, I'm sorry, but mine is in 10 days. So you can PayPal, you can coffee app, you can just call and see me in the house and mow the lawn or something. That'd be great. Thanks.
Fab.
Yeah.
Any news, anything in the world of really anything at all? Jay, Scotland
news. We've just finished the Glasgow Comedy Festival. It was a real success.
and I miss it already.
I know it'll be back before you know it, and the Fringe is like hours away.
Don't say the F word.
Is that a test? Because I'll do it. It was really good. Shout out to Roscoe McClelland. I don't know if you know Roscoe. He's a fantastic Glasgow comedian who won the Spirit of Billy Connolly Award.
Oh, wow.
Which is a big deal. It's like your big kind of your miscongeniality. So it's like Janie Godley and Susie McCabe won in the last 2 years. Roscoe was nominated last year. He's a fantastic comedian. He's got one of the best Eurovision jokes of all time, and I can't say it because it's not mine, but he compares it to Brexit and the fact that like the UK still compete in Eurovision, but did a Brexit.
Okay.
And it's an excellent joke. He is a fantastic comedian and deserves all the love he's getting. Congrats, Roscoe.
Congrats, well done. One time I saw Billy Connolly in Buchanan Galleries. I was working there at the time and he was coming down an escalator and I was going up an escalator.
Wow.
It was very exciting
What did
for
you
him.
Say? What did you say?
I went, have you seen the Banana Boots?
Of course I have.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. I've done the murals. I'd love to have met Billy. Obviously, I think I don't think he's flying over anytime soon. He's in.
Is it in New Zealand? He still lives?
Florida.
Oh, really?
He's in Florida. It's not Key West. It's like it's right by the coast. Really like beautiful part of Florida. Really like nice and not like uber rich, but I think it probably is.
I mean,
it's not a gated community as such.
Yeah.
But he just goes fishing and plays the banjo and
wouldn't you
him
know?
And his wife. Yeah.
What's your favourite Billy Connolly bit?
I love there's a bit where it's not one of his main bits, it's one of his opening lines. I can't remember the show, but it's him and he's doing a gig in Manchester and he gets lost in Manchester or Liverpool. I think it's Manchester. And he's driving around and he gets lost and it's him and his tour manager and they stop off and there's a bunch of nurses walking down the street and he goes, "Sorry, girls, can I talk to you a second? Could you tell me how to get to the MEN Arena?" And one nurse turns and goes, "You can't get there from here." And I love it.
Well, simple.
You didn't like it?
It was okay.
He does it better. He does it better.
Oh, yeah.
He's good. But that, and obviously, I read his book. His book's fantastic as well. The Windswept Into.
I like his wife. Oh, my favourite. I know it's basic, but Incontinence Trousers is probably my favourite.
Yeah, it's great.
I like his wife, though, Dr. Pamela.
Yeah.
She's cool.
Stevenson. Yeah,
she's great.
First non-American female cast member of SNL.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that because I know her primarily from Not 9 O'Clock News. And then
So it was from that.
Shrink Wrap.
They gave her a wee go. I think was she a Madonna? Was that one of her key?
Probably she had loads of.
I think she had a really good Madonna, and that was kind of her SNL gateway. I think she was there for a year or maybe 2.
Interesting.
But she was SNL.
Cracking singer. I love the Not 9 O'Clock News. The Ayatollah song.
Yeah.
I think I might be Billy Connolly as the Ayatollah.
I would say.
Ayatollah! It's so good.
But yeah, fantastic.
Well, good luck. Well done, Roscoe.
Well done, Roscoe. How about yourself? Any news yourself?
Well, actually, it jumps nicely from your previous story about the best pie contest.
Oh, yeah.
There's been a butcher from Angus. Shout out to Angus. My in-laws live in that neck of the woods. Shout out to Monique. But in Angus, there's been a butcher who has been crowned, I should say.
A baby.
Who crowned a pie. He's been crowned the UK's first ever black pudding champion after dusting off an old pre-war recipe.
Wow.
Yeah, and the photo of him, he's like...
With a big black pudding.
Yeah, big black pudding. D.H. Robertson and Arbroath was able to triumph over some of the Goliaths of the industry to win what has been described as the ultimate butcher's challenge in a head-to-head title race in London.
I can't believe there's still someone in the world named D.H. You know what I mean? Like that's so like east of Scotland. It's like John Knox is still kicking about. You know what I mean? I love it. What does DH stand for? Do you think? Probably your guess.
Don't hate.
Does ham?
Does ham.
Does Ham the butcher?
Does he?
Does Ham? He hams.
Yeah, the Goliaths of the industry. Love that.
Oh, I love it. This
Gravy and Goliath.
This inner circle of like gammons, fat men.
Oh, yeah.
With the aprons.
But to be the gammon must think like the gammon to make the gammon.
Stop the boats and that kind of stuff. Like
Yeah, totally.
Good.
So that was again the most uplifting Scottish news. So I'd say to that Patrick Harvey stepping down from the Green
I
Party.
saw that. Yeah. Good run. Lovely guy.
I know. I saw him at the bus stop the day after the independence referendum. He looked sad.
I'd say he was tanning cans.
Yeah, that was pretty grim. Although I do appreciate that he was at least doing public transport.
Well, you don't know if he got on the bus, did you? Did you see him?
No, because I think it might have. It might have been that one time. Go, you know what? Actually, I'm just gonna drive.
Yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
screw it.
Yeah.
And he's just like
Take that, planet.
pouring petrol all over the floor.
So that was the butcher victories were the only good news in terms of Scotland.
It's what a universe balance that we're really good for black pudding and we've lost like our kind of progressive left-leaning leaders.
Yep. You never know.
Maybe the DH pudding man will be the next first minister.
Maybe a surprising, socialist.
I doubt it.
Well, the butcher socialist Venn diagram has to connect somewhere. Right?
Okay. But yeah, I don't think so. Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really good. Well done, Scotland. Black
Well
pudding
done.
and pies.
Well done. Us. Eurovision.
I've heard of it.
Yep.
What do you think?
Fine.
Good. That ends the episode.
Yeah. So it's not much happening this week in terms of news updates, although as part of Radio 2's celebration of Eurovision this year, they're asking listeners to vote for their ultimate 21st century Eurovision song.
Who? It's Euphoria.
Well, it's actually quite a lot to choose from. So the shortlist, ironically, is
Okay, go for it,
67 songs. It's 67 songs long.
67?
Yes, it contains winning songs.
Sorry, why didn't they make it 69 for the 69th Eurovision?
Valid.
Why not just put two random ones in there?
Because they're not even like some of them. I'm like, what song is that again?
Yeah.
They could have just rounded up. But in a year full of the songs that we have listened to, maybe they were like, let's not take a risk.
Aha, good shout.
But yeah, it's
Go
from
for it, sorry.
2000 to 2024, plus a selection of memorable entries drawn from the last 25 years, as chosen by their panel of alleged Eurovision experts. Although I will say one of them is Tia Coffee,
Good.
which is cool.
Yeah, no,
And another one is Cheryl Baker from Bucks Fizz. So she kind of knows what she's talking
she
about.
just won it.
Yeah, took her skirt off in that.
She did.
So you have 5 votes, and you can say either spread across multiple options, or you could vote all of them on one song. And you have until Friday, the 11th of April, midday, to cast your votes. And Michelle Visage, for some reason, will be counting down the results of the vote in a special chart show.
Why?
Anglophile.
What you call me? Yes, true. Very true. That'd be good. What would be your gut reaction? So mine was Euphoria.
I've already voted. I wanted to see if you could guess mine. So I've got
Right.
5 choices here, and I'm not
Okay.
voting for all for one song.
So there was 5 different songs.
Yes, and the Euphoria obviously is one of them in no
Yeah.
particular order.
Okay. Fuego.
Nope.
Oh, okay. I'm out. I'm gonna say Arcade.
Nope.
Oh my god, do I know you?
Nope.
I'm going to say. Is there anything in the last 3 years?
Yes.
Tattoo?
No.
Cha-cha-cha?
I don't think it's 2 votes on Loreen.
No, true. Cha cha cha.
No. My God, you're thinking of the ones I nearly did pick.
This is really frustrating.
I
just want to get one.
There's one who is my favorite winner.
Ukraine.
Yes.
Shakhtar. Verduka.
Oh, you're thinking of Ruslana.
No.
Wait.
The drag queen.
No. I didn't even
Verduka.
think of that one.
So Ukraine. It wasn't Deloni Loney and. Was it Jamila?
No, you're thinking of Ruslana. Oh, I'm thinking of Ruslana.
I'm nothing but Ruslana
This
ever.
is excellent viewing and listening experience.
If you don't know Eurovision, this could be in Mandarin and you'd be.
So far you've got 2. You've got Loreen with Euphoria. You've got Ruslana with Wild Dances.
Yeah. Okay.
3 more. There are
What country? Give me a country. Go.
Greece, Ireland, Norway.
Bambi.
Yes.
Norway. Is that King of the Queens?
Nope.
Queen of the Kings. Whichever. Norway. Kaino,
Yes, Spirit in the Sky.
of course. And then the last country was Greece. And that would be. What was that? It wasn't only Teardrops. What was Greece again?
A
Was
clue.
it number 1?
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
number 1, Helena
Yeah.
Paparizou.
Yes.
My choices might change tomorrow, but that's where I was sitting today.
Tune in next week when I do the 5 and he's the guess.
Okay, we'll hold you to it.
Let's do it. I'll do mine for next week. And then you can guess. I'm going to choose absolute terrible ones just to spite you.
Nice.
Netta.
I nearly chose. Yeah, mama, baby.
Urs. What a boy.
And Constracta. was on it as well. More on her later.
Yeah, she's great. Actually, I heard another song by hers a few weeks ago, came on my Spotify, and it was actually really good.
Nice.
He's
a wee honey.
Do you like wee honeys at Eurovision?
Yes.
What's the benefit of a wee honey? Oh, well, and we mean this in the European, not the Glaswegian context.
He's cute. He's spicy.
Johnny,
good voice.
So, as you may know, if you're not a Eurovision aficionado, they're judged on the song, like the lyrics, the performance, the staging, and their live performance. But Johnny, is there another category that you're fond of?
Yes.
Could you tell us?
I'm trying to remember how we've phrased it before in a way that is acceptable to broadcast. We'll go for honeys. We'll just say honeys.
The honeys.
The honeys.
In honor, this is the Temptation of Saint Jonathan, which is, we've compiled from the remaining 13 acts that we're looking at. I've scoured the web as your third eye, as such, looking for what I think that remains that you would like. Now, I will preface this, there's no glistening Spanish men left.
Well, we had a good run.
I looked. Tried every bathroom stall.
You're the ultimate wingman.
I was up at Queen's Park flagpole going, glistening Spanish men. And there was, let me stress, there was not.
Listen.
I did see Bella.
Oh, well, we have to acknowledge.
Can we just acknowledge how good that episode was, by the way?
Pour one out for Bella. She's not dead. She's not dead.
Pour one out. Just a Scottish tradition of pouring one out.
Oh, wasn't that fun?
It was great. It actually, I've listened. Is it Beatre? Was that the name of the Danish queen?
Beate.
I've listened to that song a couple of times.
Yeah.
It's actually an absolute banger. So I'm happy that I got that little bit of an indulgence into another alleyway of Eurovision
it was
folklore.
lovely having
Loved
her. The lingering smell now has dissipated a little, which is good.
Yes.
I don't know if Paul had it there with the window open when we came in. But,
strong sense of sulphur off the woman.
But no, she was an absolute joy. And she told me that she never wants to speak to you again. I hope that's okay.
But, well, that's conflicting because I now live in her bath.
Oh, that was you.
That was me.
Aww.
She thought I was a spider, but no, I'm a 6'1" Irishman.
No, it's been nice as well, people reaching out, coming out the woodwork to be like, listen, I usually hate both of you, but because Bella was involved, I've actually now willing to give you a punt.
We did contemplate us quitting and just having Bella here
One woman show.
discussing the Scandi love she has for divas.
I can never say never.
Listen, summer holidays, here we go.
And if I choke on my award-winning black pudding and die, you've got a replacement.
Oh, Vicar. Choking on the black pudding. So the purpose of this episode is the Eurohoneys. From what's left, I've had a look through to see if we can tickle Johnny's fancy with the most kind of dashing men. And we're not just judging, we're still reviewing the songs as standard, but I've themed it as we've got 4 male acts who I think are akin to a bit of fun for yourself.
Good
a bit of eye candy, a little bit of poison cake for the eyes.
Poison cake.
He's not one of them.
Well, listen, when your song is so important culturally, it supersedes any aesthetic.
I don't even know what he looks like,
I just remember the hats.
I haven't watched it yet, but there's an acoustic version on YouTube now.
Oh, I did. Your good wife sent me a video of Remember Monday singing with
JJ.
Yes, and that voice.
Yeah.
Oh, c'est vrai.
And we mean JJ, not the Remember Monday.
Oh, girls. they were really, really good. It was quite nice hearing the lyrics, to be fair, because otherwise it's just been like whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, I get you.
And it's nice actually, but so that's what he's supposed to be saying. So we have to acknowledge Remember Monday for at least being able to say the words.
Yes.
But his voice is actually insane.
Just sitting down on the settee, like happy out.
Exactly, just like us.
Yeah, happy out. I'm happy. So
let's
shall
see
we go for our first one?
So we're here in Czechia, I should say. So they've competed since 2007. They had a bit of a gap in the middle. Since their return in 2015, they've qualified for the final in 5 of the last 9 contests. They've entered with 2 top 10 finishes. Lie to Me at number 6. And then one of my absolute favourites of all time, My Sister's Crown by Vesna.
What a tune.
I love that. That was one of the big ponytails.
The ponytails, the pink outfits, It was so good. The rappers. Really good. Am I right in saying that was a fantastic song? 'Cause I think it was more than one Slavic language and it was this whole idea of it was a solidarity song for Ukraine in lots of ways. If you've not heard it, My Sister's Crown is a fantastic place to go for like good Eurovision music.
Absolutely. Honourable mention to Aiko from last year as well. One of my favourites from last year, didn't qualify, and I really, really liked her in that song. I did have tickets to go and see her on Tuesday, and lost the ticket, and then actually couldn't be arsed going in the end. But don't take that as a slight on Aiko.
Absolutely. Or the fact that she was terrible live.
She was shocking.
She was shocking. God love her. But Adonis is...
I mean, you've got a lot to live up to if your name's Adonis.
I know. Adonis with an X. It doesn't spell the word Adonis, and he's just saying
Adonks.
it is. Now, Adonis is, I think, first and foremost... Well, I think he's obviously a performer. He is a dancer.
Oh, cool.
He's first and foremost a dancer. Good voice. I don't want to give too much away, but I hear a little bit of Orville Peck, which I quite like.
Oh, yes.
But I want to hear what you think.
Oh, of course.
And let's get going with Adonis with Kiss, Kiss, Goodbye.
Running?
What, you love him already?
We do like running.
2 different tops on there. Still expose his back.
2 tops.
2 tops, eh? He's got asthma.
Girl, same.
Set. 100 years forward. All systems go. 3, 2, 1.
Blow me a kiss goodbye. No one
Adonks.
Adonis.
try. One kiss of love, one kiss of desperation.
Is he the second mustachioed man of the contest?
He is.
Time
Of course,
traveler.
never time traveler.
Okay.
I get a bit of Labyrinth. Do you know the guy Labyrinth?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a throwback.
Yeah.
Time travel, if you will.
It almost fooled me.
Adonks.
Said you loved me. It almost moved me. Kiss, kiss, goodbye.
Imagine you're the first ever time traveler. What would be your closing statement?
Kiss, kiss, goodbye.
Kiss, kiss, goodbye.
Yeah, he's cracking up.
Yeah, he's loving it. Time traveler.
Why is a wee boy at the press conference?
Maybe he's a time traveler as well.
What is happening?
He's a time traveler, man. He's got 100.
I actually love that tracksuit though.
Good, yeah.
Tell me why you say you seem so holy. It almost fooled me.
Yeah, I can hear the Orville Peck.
Yeah.
When you said you love me, it almost moved.
That's a tiny moustache.
Tiny mustache.
Dare I say John Waters? Yeah. I want that tracksuit
It's so good.
yesterday. Piss and blue. Oh,
For no reason. The time traveler's got jive.
oh, dancer. That's cool.
You get it?
I
It's good.
do. I do. It's giving yeah, mama, baby.
But for too short. That's my opinion. I've
You're
already
right.
heard
We
this.
should have had that sooner.
Yeah.
He and Austria could swap notes.
True that. Going back in time. Oh no. I don't know where he's going now. You know,
You know
it's,
it's bad when the glasses are coming off.
he's
Put
dead.
them back on.
I can't see. Jinkies.
Oh, I love her little. What?
It's insane. He just Marty McFly'd himself.
Kiss, kiss.
It was him the whole time.
He was a wee kid with
He
him
was the wee boy.
getting put into the boot of a car, of a Saab.
He was the wee boy the whole time.
So- He was always a wee boy. Like Claude with C'est la vie.
It was actually reminding me a lot of
Yeah,
that as
yeah.
well.
Would you... Okay, first of all, on a Eurohoney scale, where are we talking? For a guy who named himself Adonis.
As I said at the start, you're talking a big game if you're going to be
False
called Adonis.
advertising.
And I don't want to say false advertising, but it's definitely not true advertising.
No.
I use it very handsome boy.
Handsome boy.
If your name's Adonis, though, I mean, you need to look like
Buff boy. You need to be a
You want
buff
to be
boy.
able to lift a couch
Yeah.
and throw
Not
it
time
at
travel.
me.
Time traveling's, that's Icarus.
Yeah,
You know, Icarus time travel too close to the sun and stuff like that.
sure.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to spell that with so many X's. But no, I think on a honey scale, probably a 7. Because handsome.
Handsome.
And we know he can run,
and he can dance.
but he does urinate blue.
But he's a ghost.
And he's a ghost.
He's a ghost. Casper.
Yeah, like, in terms of the song, it's such a shame that little beat didn't come back.
It's a wild. So obviously he's got a nice rich voice.
Yes.
And he can dance. And it's like they did those two things but never thought of combining them,
No.
in my opinion. You know,
No, you're
the
right.
dance breaks weird.
Yeah.
If you watch previous Eurovisions, this has become a norm. Chanel really for Spain a couple of years ago really, actually Eleni with Fuego was probably the first real of modern, like we're going to put a 30-second dance break in here.
Yeah.
You know, I know Creel did it for his.
And usually
it
it's a bit dull, but it depends on the dancer, of course.
Sure,
but if
of
you
course.
are a known dancer,
Yeah.
And it doesn't often happen for boys.
Yeah, that's why.
So that's why it
Kyle
could have been
Alessandro
cool.
will do well for
Yeah,
Norway
yes,
this year.
exactly. So maybe he's a bit more successful in that front. But yeah, had he kind of come back to that banger, that would have been really good.
Yeah.
The song is okay.
Yeah.
The video is absolutely bananas.
He does okay live. I've heard the live
really?
ones. Yeah,
Okay.
he can do it. But it's
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6.
he's more attractive than he is talented, in your opinion.
I would say so.
I would say a 5 to a 6.
For the first time in pop culture that's ever happened.
it's ever happened.
Yep. Yeah. Listen, Adonis.
I don't know.
Thanks for showing up.
Absolutely. And we'll see you in the semis next year, Checha.
Absolutely.
Next up, I'm trying to remember who we've
Is
got.
it Serbia next?
It's Serbia.
Is it Serbia? It's Serbia.
Serbia.
So Serbia has a very interesting pass in Eurovision
Yes,
as well.
indeed.
They participated 16 times since making its debut in 2007. They won on their first go with
So cool.
Molitva.
Queen.
Great. Those backing singers. were
Those hairsprayed beauties.
honestly, I'm so happy that was the first thing that came to mind for you, because that's the first thing that comes to mind for me. Those, and please, okay, pause. Go watch Molitva. Right?
Why were they dressed like that?
Oh, like all like butlers or something.
I think more like ambassadors.
And she looks like she's like the coolest boy going to prom.
Yeah, it's
in
very prom.
2007.
Yeah, surrounded by like kind of like Gaddafi. You know, Gaddafi had the female bodyguards.
Yeah, yeah.
Very that energy.
That hair is
a bit
like
more
the,
sapphic.
The hair is like straw hats.
It's very Matt from Busted.
Yeah,
It's Matt from Busted if he was
it's
Serbian.
matted.
It's matted.
Yeah.
Matted from Busted.
So they came in strong with Molitva. They've yet to replicate that success. The country
They've
got a
done.
top 5 place though,
Yes, they
with
did.
one of my all-time favorites, Incorpore Sano by Constracta.
It's one of the few songs that I've listened to the point where I can say a decent amount of that song.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those songs that can be very Eurovisiony.
Mm-hmm. For those who don't remember, somehow it's the woman with the very austere haircut who washes her hands. The
Claps.
crowd goes wild. She mentions Meghan Markle. It's actually quite a biting song about the
Yeah.
health
Yeah, it is. It's great.
services in Serbia. It's fabulous. She tried to come back last year, and the song was actually pretty decent, but didn't qualify. If you
Did
want
qualify?
to,
Oh no, it's second time. Sorry,
yeah.
misheard you, sorry.
if you want to follow me on the My Eurovision app, my name is Wash Your Hands for Constracta. You
Mine
can see my
is-
placements for the year.
Mine is hard on for Logan. It's different energies.
Yeah.
I
So
love
Serbia has had a very interesting time.
Constructa has given myself and my wife one of our favorite quotes for it was for me for the Eurovision party or for one of the warm up shows. She took towels and soap from the hotel room because she didn't have them with her, and how did we dance and stuff?
Oh yeah, the towels.
Yeah, the towels as well. She's swinging the dancers are swinging towels. But there's a bit at the end where she kind of goes and thanks the audience, and she's holding the soap. She goes, "I have a soap," and they're like, "Woohoo!" And we do say
What a
that
chain.
a lot. What a queen! So Serbia, and they had Raven last year.
Oh my god, how could I forget? Oh, Veronica.
Literally my second most played song in Spotify Wrapped last year. I loved it. Came out really early, Serbia last
Yeah.
year. I think it was maybe the second or third song. And when it came out, the video was great. We were like, it's witchy. It's about a witch. Veronica was like a famous Serbian fairy tale, I think. And it's like bind me, drown me, burn me. I think the Yo soy dice Veronica is the next bit, but so good. It qualified, fantastic. Didn't do well.
Last year when we went to the Eurovision party in Amsterdam, she performed. She was amazing. The dancers were like kind of the creepy crawlies, and there was a point at the end where one of them was like on all fours but backwards, and then the hosts were Charlotte Perrelli and some other Swedish guy who had like zero chemistry. It was superb. But the woman was like in position, and then Charlotte Perrelli went up to her with the microphone, and was like, "Hello, how are you?" And the woman's like, because like, I'm not getting paid to talk.
Yeah.
And she like scuttled away like a crab. She's like, come back. It was brilliant. But yes, Serbia, we shall see. So who have we got here?
So we've got Prince
with Mila.
with Mila. It's a love song. Prince is a musical theatre kind of virtuoso in Serbia. I think he's definitely into his combat sports. I think he does like karate or something. I remember Googling this and I've not got my notes. I think he's represented Serbia in something before Eurovision, like not music.
Is it like in a sport?
I think so. And he is a different energy to Adonis, I would say. And Mila, I watched the qualifier. It was a really good qualifier. I don't know what he's doing for the staging, but a little taster in the live show. He came down from a moon, like the DreamWorks guy with the fishing
Nice.
rod.
If you think there could be another Eurovision contestant who could also compete in a martial art, who would it be?
Dana.
I knew you were going to say
Yeah, I'm
Dana.
sorry, it's too obvious.
Krav
I
Maga.
think there's some cruel ones in my head. I won't say them on air. Well, Ruslana.
Listen, Ruslana,
Like
we've talked
fighting
about
a war
Ruslana.
right now with the Queen.
Talk about
like,
who could lift a couch and throw it at you.
Yeah.
Ruslana.
she lived a cow and throw it at
She
you.
could take a yellow pages and break it in half.
Absolutely.
With a
Who do you
smile.
think? You think of Ruslana as well? Or anyone
Probably
else?
Ruslana. I imagine Bambi would be a good archer.
Archery, yeah, for Bambi, I would see
Or
that.
axe thrower, perhaps.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see
They're only
that.
wee, though.
They're not the biggest person. I think archery is more maybe a crossbow. Like they're very much a Baldur's Gate character in lots of respects, you know. So
The first mentions of that in the pod.
we'll get to that another time because that's far too grand sweeping. We've got a Eurovision Baldur's Gate crossover surely somewhere else.
God.
You know nothing of the game
I know,
other
it
than
sounds violent. It's
your
not-
lovely
it's-
man.
I'm not the intended audience for that.
No.
Okay,
But let's
hear
go for
Prince.
some Prince. And it's not the good one.
Dearly beloved.
He's dead.
Sweeping. Smoky.
Neka bude mi to zadnja večera.
Jenny?
Oko
It's just, he does bear a somewhat resemblance to the man in your life. So that's why I chose it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
taj miris sećanja I moja muzika od tvoga imena. Mila, ti si platila što volim te ja. Mila,
His arms are massive.
Now, he could be Adonis.
Yes.
He could be a donks.
ima mnogo razloga da ipak voliš drugoga, tako mi je stalo.
Ooh,
A wee shawl.
scarves.
Nek te poljubi, ko bolje slaže te,
Ooh,
nek te dobi,
industrial light and magic.
korizi
And scarves.
Power of a scarf cannot be underestimated.
Mila,
That is a great head of hair on him.
što volim te
Most of it's his.
ja. Mila, život vratila sa ruba.
That's like me. I always lose women.
This is you and yeah. But it's just me and him into a little person with a scarf.
Yeah.
And that's Jamie dancing around the place.
Mi je stalo da te čuvam.
Actually, not a bad song. It's okay.
Yeah.
What?
I'm looking for my couch. Ruslana threw
He's
it
yet
away.
to throw a towel around. Maybe we'll do the scarf round.
Ti si platila što volim
Is this live?
te.
No, it's not the live one.
No.
Mila, život vratila
But I think this will be the staging, I assume.
Decent voice.
Yeah, yeah.
razloga da ipak voliš drugoga, al tako mi je stalo da te čuvam.
Okay, this is he's ticking all the boxes for me.
I'm happy I found you at least one.
Yeah, and he's wearing the heck out of that suit.
Yes. He's not going to a prom,
No.
you know.
Razloga da ipak voliš drugoga, al tako mi je stalo da te čuvam.
Heartbreak.
Is that
be a terrible time to fart.
I felt really quiet there.
Very somber.
Okay.
That was Mila.
Yeah.
By Prink or Prince.
I like a tall, angsty man with long hair.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew?
You were on the money with that one.
I saw what was left of it. Well, that one.
Yeah,
So,
that would do nicely. Actually, as a song, I don't know if it's just the draw, the allure, but I actually find the song okay. I think the voice is great.
I think it's the allure. I think it's another kind of feeling. I think it is.
Okay.
This is you. What was the Spanish guy? Caliente.
Yes.
This is your caliente syndrome.
caliente.
You're running a fever. It's
it was like the
caliente.
guy for Spain this year, the one JK, no, someone
Rowling.
Yeah,
That known man, JK Rowling.
Remember
Yeah.
him?
You're allowed to do that now, by the way,
Yeah.
JK.
Okay, imagine she entered Eurovision.
No, I thought you think imagine she came out as trans.
Actually,
I'm
imagine
John Knox
how
Rowling.
funny would that be?
Oh, come on, Joan, come on.
Mr. Galbraith.
Yeah. Mm. But anyway, sorry, we're
Back on this
digressing.
guy. I think there's always a space for someone like Prince.
Fighting a euphemism there.
Prince in my heart.
Yes, I think when I watched it, see when he comes down on a crescent moon in the
I didn't even notice that.
no, not in this,
Oh,
in the
right.
live in the qualifier. And
Okay.
I was like, what is this? And we did turn it down and have a chat when it was on, myself and my wife. And then we lost the stream. I think it was on YouTube, but I don't know. And we came back and he'd won, and we were like, what? We were quite surprised. There was a few other little numbers in. There was a rapper that I quite liked, which is ironic. But he's got a very good voice.
Yes.
Handsome boy.
Handsome boy.
I listened to Sorry Zero Point, which is an Irish podcast, Eurovision. It's fantastic. If you don't listen to it, give the guys a follow. And it was them with their guest, who's a drag queen in Dublin, who does lots of Eurovision songs and their lip syncs, and all three of them at different stages. I don't even think on purpose went, well, he is easy on the eye.
Listen, doesn't hurt.
Absolutely. I agreed with them. They said there's a place for this kind of song in Eurovision.
Yes. And don't get me wrong, I actually quite enjoyed it, but you do need a song to go to the toilet to.
Yes, but usually you leave the room.
During.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If you're at a Eurovision
During.
party, we
Yeah.
recommend you go to the bathroom
Yeah,
for the
please
toilet.
wash your hands.
You know, like the song's on, everyone drop your trousers.
I think, okay, if Adonis got a 7, he's getting a 10.
I thought he would.
He's getting a 10. The song...
And how many points are you giving him?
The song I'm going to give a 7. I preferred it to Adonis.
I'm going 4. Yeah, I'm not a lover of the song. I think it's boring. Mm-hmm. He's got a lovely voice. I think he's doing what he can do. But going from... I get it, though, because Raven didn't do well last year, even though it was artsy
They
and
played a bit
interesting.
safer.
It's a bit of a safer, but can we qualify? Can we get a little bit higher up the right side, maybe the left side of the board? I think he'll do well.
Mm-hmm.
I think he will get through, potentially. I hope he doesn't, because I think he's an Ireland semi.
I think he's Irish. I'm like, is he?
I don't think that man's
he?
Irish. Maybe one of the Vikings that came over and took us over for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not a lover. I'll be honest. I think it's a 4. I've skipped that more often than Kiss Kiss Goodbye.
No, that's I listened to it on my on my podcast. Yes, I will. Will listen to it on my Spotify. Probably not. Will I watch it on the night with vigor?
Oh, I won't describe that. But yeah, so the next one is this is my wild card.
This is Armenia, right?
Armenia.
Okay, so Armenia has participated in the Eurovision Song Contest 16 times since 2006, when André became the first participant representing them. Following the contest in 2022, Snap by Rosalind went viral on TikTok, reached the top of the charts in Belgium, top 10 across the world. As of 2024, Snap has reached 1 billion streams on Spotify, becoming the second song from the contest to do so after Arcade, and is the fastest Eurovision song to reach 1 billion streams on the platform.
It's crazy.
And yet it is the dullest song
So bad.
ever.
It is the power of TikTok.
Unbelievable.
Power of TikTok. It was just perfect for it's good for reveal videos on TikTok. 1, 2. Where are you? And it works really well.
Reveal a
for
better
that.
song. I just think it's dreadful.
It changed her life. So she was the first Armenian woman to sign a major record deal.
I mean, that's great.
And it's great for her. And she seems like a good person. The song is garbage.
I remember at the year, it wasn't on my radar at all.
No.
It must have qualified.
I think it did. And
That was the one with the post-its.
Post-its in the
paper, right?
bedroom. Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
bedroom of post-it notes.
Yeah. Basic.
very dull. But if you give it a chipmunk voice and speed up a little bit, you can dance and tell people they've got autism, as is TikTok's want.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, so Armenia, did they have Jacko last year?
Last year was great.
Last year was
That
a
was really
super
fun.
entry. Jacko.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want to have 1 billion streams on.
Yes,
Spotify.
Jacko, if you haven't seen, I think they're French based. They're based in France, but are an Armenian band.
Lot of fun.
Probably the most charismatic performer last year, I would say.
I would
The
say
young
so.
woman who's the lead singer. Real fun. They were kind of the ethnic, real folk music band of the year last year. Fantastic performance. Parg's, this guy's called Parg. Let that sink in. Parg, like half a hot chicken Italian dinner.
Nice.
Parg. I don't know what he is. I will tell you though, he is the reason why Kyle Alessandro no longer wears a suit of armor.
Oh.
So they both released their songs quite close together. Both wearing suits of armor. Parg was first.
Okay.
So Kyle's gone more like kind of combat-y, leathery kind of
Yeah.
pleather outfit since. Pretty much the same vibe, but less metal. This is Parg with Survivor. I will be honest, I have not listened to this song. I
Listen, I don't think I have either. So
I
this
looked
is
at the men
exclusive.
that were left, and this was it.
You're
this,
the ultimate Eurovision wingman.
this is what I do. So here's Parg with Survivor.
Survivor. Oh, that's very similar, isn't it?
Yeah. He looks like Sid Vicious, the wrestler.
Yeah. Wait, the wrestler.
Yeah. Oh, Sid.
Sid
Razor
Vicious.
Ramon. What's wrong with me?
Oh, where did we start?
Razor Ramon. I think his real name is Sylvester the Cat.
This is Eurovision Bad Boy. I'm a bad boy.
Bad singer. Two belts. You're not getting into those
Two.
trousers.
Two bells.
That man.
Was this a?
This is live.
No, was this a national selection?
Yeah. I think so. Imagine Dragons. Imagine singing.
Oh, this is dreadful.
I think this is the worst we've got this year.
And Kyle Alessandro was like,
I can't compete with this.
I have to change. Why just the one arm?
He had 2 arms full. That one person sitting there. The best bit of singing is the backing singers.
Why is he by himself? Well, we know
Oh,
why.
look at that one person there in the corner.
Yeah, that's right.
Not
It's
moving.
nice when you bring your mum to events.
Yeah. She's wishing he didn't survive the
Oh,
abortion.
this is chronic. I did not enjoy this.
Is this he's like going for his like 1944 moment? And Jamila does like the big voice. Ha, you dirty rat.
Yeah. Maybe forget who you are.
He's gonna be.
This one.
He looks like a Fallout character who's had too much jet and is like going to turn into a ghoul. He's like, I'm killing it. And he killed it, it's dead.
Yeah. He reminds me of a composite. He's like a bit like Tommy Lee meets.
I see the Tommy Lee.
I don't know who it meets.
What's gonna happen? He's gonna do a split?
I'm a survivor.
He said, "I'm so sorry, everyone."
Please, someone call my mum.
Well, listen, it's nice that everyone feels they can take part.
Is it not shockingly bad?
That's grim. Listen, that one arm was decent though. Like he's got a nicer set of arms, but unless the other one is severely.
You know, the other one could be like the guy in Scary Movie.
It could be.
Yeah, it could be.
It could be.
Who's the fighter?
Very Biker Mice from Mars. Remember them?
Oh, I do.
He's got to be. pocket in
I
there.
had one comic book of theirs, and I read it a lot.
Yeah,
There was an issue, and they resolved it, but there was a cliffhanger at the end.
and you never know.
I never
Here he
found
is.
it. Here he is. He's back. He's the.
No, my brother and I had all the toys.
Oh, I know.
I liked the mayor whose face came off.
He was class.
Yeah,
Some decent. Remember gargoyles?
of
Gargoyles
course.
were good.
Of course.
I remember there was an episode on gargoyles about gun crime, and it was like, "Don't use guns; they'll kill people." It's like you're a gargoyle from like hell. Like you rip people's heads.
You've got
off.
nothing to learn from them.
I know.
That's
They
very
were
narrow-minded
class.
of you. Have you ever seen the Captain Planet episodes where he solves the troubles?
I have.
Turns out all they need to do
You
is
sound
open
like a Protestant.
yeah, it's your Catholic friend Kevin,
Yeah.
and they open the bakery and everything's cool.
It's fine. Open a bakery. That's all we were missing up in the
Yeah.
north of Ireland was a bakery.
Yeah, Captain Planet isn't there. It's one of his kind of line numbers. Like the kids would be like his ambassadors. They'd be like,
Captain Uranus.
they're like, you guys fight over religion. That's crazy.
yes, none of it's real.
Yeah, and it's that's really crazy. You do that, and then turns out all they need to do is be held accountable for their
I know.
actions.
Set them all down and said, bake some,
Now-
bake some focaccia.
Yep. In the words of Nadine Coyle, baking and stuff, working with flour.
Flour.
This song though,
Okay, on the honey scale,
listen, any goodwill you would have had for him on an aesthetic level was decimated.
taken away. Yeah,
Absolutely. So he's getting like a 3, and that's only because we saw that one good arm.
one good arm.
And the laughter.
I love the like. He's like it's when you watch people do like Joker impressions.
Oh, it's giving Joker impressions.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I can do a really good Joker laugh.
Yeah, it's giving Joker 2 Folio do.
More like foolish. I do.
Just like that.
If you want to watch my stand up, if you want to hear other bangers like that, come and see me in. I'm actually in Balloch on Friday. Going to Balloch for a gig.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's beautiful there.
It's a beautiful place.
What are you doing in Balloch?
I'm doing a Celtic football fan club night.
Oh, lovely.
which is
Will
gonna be
Hoopy
great.
be there?
No, it's very off-brand. So we've got Pohi, which is Hoopy backwards, and he is Winnie the Pooh, but he's green. We painted a Winnie the Pooh costume green,
Oh, nice.
and I get him Neil Lennon's head.
Do you know that Hoopy has a sister called Haley?
Haley,
Mhm.
like Haley Mary.
Yeah, just like that. So the two of them like to gallivant around Parkhead. I'd rather have her.
I'd rather have her up there laughing.
Yeah.
Haley, having
I
a
did
ha-ha.
not enjoy that even slightly.
The fact that we've digressed into like such random things
Yeah,
as our
I-
brains
I
trying to
think that's
escape.
I'm going to give it Neil Pois. That's my first Neil Pois of the year.
It's my Neil Pois.
Neil Pois.
It is a really bad song.
I'm not sorry about it.
No, nor am I. I think it is not going to qualify. I think that it's a real shame because Armenia has had some good songs. I have no idea what they're doing.
Wasting our gosh darn time.
They've
That's what they're
taken
doing.
Kyle Alessandro's suit of armour off
Oh,
him,
that's a real
and
shame.
he's only
Yeah.
18 years old.
And that one has grown on me, to be fair.
And it's gone?
It's like Helen of Troy Sivan. That's what you can think about.
Oh, I
him.
love it.
Well, I hope he gets his armor back because he's not worthy to wear it.
No.
Right, let's mosey on over to San Marino. I love San Marino. They
Tell
always-
us the storied history of San Marino.
Bless them. So they have participated in Eurovision 14 times, followed by they debuted in 2008 and then participated from 2011 onwards. And they are generally poor.
They've had some good goes. Remember the dentist?
No.
So one of the fun things, and I'm pretty sure I'm right about this because it's a really small is it a state or a country?
I believe. Ooh. No, I did a bit of research in San Marino, and all I got was the adjective is ceremonies, I believe. I didn't know if it's actually.
That's what Germans
must
put
be-
on their
It must be
hot
it's
dogs.
definitely a recognized state.
Yeah, absolutely. It certainly is at least that. They're definitely their own people and their own kind of like national
Yes.
identity and stuff. And I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I'm pretty sure because it's such a small place, if you're San Marinese,
Ceremonies.
and you apply, they'll always listen to your application. They'll always consider you for the live final because they get lots of Italians coming over. Achille Lauro.
Oh yes,
He's a kind of a enfant terrible of kind of Italian music. Has appeared in quite controversial things on San Remo. He's represented San Marino with the song "Stripper," which I love.
I know you do.
I love that. I think that would be one of my tips for like my 5 songs I'd vote for. It was he's a bit punky. He's a little bit controversial. He winches. He's lead guitarist. He's another man on stage. I know, right? He's wearing quite a revealing costume. He says, "I love Britney,
But then
I'm your personal Jesus."
they were following Maneskin.
Maneskin, very
the previous
Maneskin.
year.
But there is a mechanical bull and fireworks as well. I loved everything about it, but it was the wrong year.
Yeah.
Anyone else famous that's been for San Marino?
You've got, what is her name? She's an Italian pop star and she's fab. She's got huge big hair. She's represented twice.
Yes.
Is it? I can't remember her name. I mean, she had Flo Rida.
I was going to say, they've had Flo Rida.
I'm so
Famous San Marino man.
I cannot remember her name, but she's fabulous. They generally don't do very well. I learned some fact apparently that they don't have a televised vote or something because for their national selection because so many of their vote lines are from Italy. So there's a mix up of phone lines or something.
Can I go back? There was a dentist. Sorry, I remember. Say la la la.
Oh yeah, of course.
He was a dentist.
Yeah.
And they've also had last year there was the Polar Bear song. Do you remember that?
No.
She was a woman who tried for San Remo and tried, and I'm pretty sure it was like AI written, the lyrics, and I hated that, and it's a bad thing, and she didn't win, thank goodness. But it was like the first time a song had been entered for Eurovision with like AI lyrics, and it's like a song about the last polar bear left in the world, and it was very AI.
Yeah.
But she didn't win. She had blue hair.
I
Screw
want
her.
to say there's a wee documentary somewhere about a bunch of Scottish songwriters who have a go at like the road to Eurovision through San Marino. I'm going to check that out.
That sounds
for
good.
Next week. I will.
Yeah, let's go for that. Yeah.
Do a wee bit of homework.
So
anyway, San Marino. Okay, so we have both discovered we have a fact about our next participant, Gabri Ponte.
Okay.
With the song Tutta l'Italia.
Will we do it in 3?
Okay, 3, 2,
2,
1. He was in Eiffel 25.
Yes. So
Nailed it.
He is the blue dabba dee dabba die guy.
Yes, he was in 1998.
Eiffel 96,
he produced, 1998, he produced Blue Dabba Dee, a debut single with his band Eiffel 65. He also has an album called, his solo album 2004 called Dr. Jekyll and Mr. DJ.
Ha! I love it. Mm-hmm. I like the way it just implies the whole storied history. I've chosen this guy for, there is a honey vibe, but this is like, you go to Ayia Napa and there's a club rep in his 40s.
Okay.
You know, I've been here for 35 years and I've loved it. You want free shooters, girls? That guy, there's a sleaze to him.
Surprising number of farmers in Ayia Napa.
Oh, well, lots of Limerick people go there.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Tutta l'Italia.
Tutta Italia by Gabri Ponte. Did that. One's enough.
Okay, right.
So, Gabri Ponte, what are you thinking?
I do like the little hook. I wish I knew what he was singing.
Tutta Italia means everything's Italian?
I think it's all of Italy. Like
All of
Tutta
Italy,
Italia.
yeah.
I think it means all of Italy.
Right.
Ironically for San Marino.
Aye.
I don't love it.
No.
I like the hook. I do think it's strange he wasn't lip syncing even in the video to show
It's
that he was maybe
dangerous.
singing it.
If you don't know, and I know you do, we've had like famous DJs compete in the past. Darude from Sandstorm fame, he competed a couple of years ago, didn't qualify. He did a wee DJ set in the background, doing all that kind of stuff with a singer, and it didn't work.
And Italy has obviously a huge history with DJs. And look at one of my favorite parts of when they were in Turin was the set that had like Benny Benassi.
That was
and like
great, yeah.
The callback to Italian disco was so cool.
So nice.
So it feels like that's not a massive stretch for an Italian culture song to be joined on that.
Yeah.
I just wish it were better.
It's not great. I think the staging could be terrible.
Yes.
Because he will want to be at the decks.
Yeah.
And that limits him. It very often puts him to the back. I don't imagine he's going to be at the front of the stage because that would be weird. You can only have 5 dancers.
My favourite use of DJ in Eurovision was in fact Subwoofer.
It was great.
Do you know this story?
Yeah. Tix?
No. Oh.
It was Tix.
Was it Tix?
It was Tix and the DJ, yeah.
Well, what I gathered, because they said on one of their videos, was that it's the two boys, one of whom is Ben Adams from A1, the other one is a kind of a Norwegian pop star.
Yep.
It must be Tix as the dancer, because one of the other one from Ben Adams, he is behind the booth because he can't dance. So he's singing from behind the booth, as is Ben Adams singing from the front.
It definitely
and
was.
Tix will be the
They
one at
released
the
the
front.
video Subwoofer like a year later, and it's like it's like, how did they keep it secret for so long? And it's loads of images of like them taking off the mask, smoking fags and stuff like that. And Tix is there, and he's got the bandana and it says Tix on it. It's
Yeah.
like, how did we not know it was Tix? Tix is a former Eurovision Norwegian contestant.
I hate Fallen Angel.
I love Falling Angel.
Hate it.
I think it's great. I think it's a good tune. That's a guilty pleasure of mine, I think.
Back to this
Yeah, speaking of
this
guilty.
guy, I'm not the one. On the honey scale, he's kind of, you're right, it is kind of leaning into that kind of Zante DJ.
Yeah.
So I'll probably give him maybe a 4 or 5.
Okay.
Because I'm hoping he's well styled at least.
Yes, he looks like he smells good.
Yeah. So I'll give him a benefit of the doubt with a 5.
Yeah, I'll take that.
But in terms of the song, I'm giving it a 2.
I think it's a 4 area for me as well. I think it's not. I think the hook is there.
Do you
it's
think
catchy.
that's the same as
Yeah, Prince.
Prince?
Yeah.
No.
That's the start of Kiss.
Was that you? Oh, I did wonder.
Yeah. Jason's just going wild over here. I think it's catchy. It's bad. I've listened to it. I went no, but I've listened to it. So
I liked the little nod to Basil. That was a nice touch.
I liked it as well. If he has some nanas on stage a la Russia, when they had the little old ladies on stage dancing, that might be funny, but that's not going to suit the song.
I had a really sad thought maybe a year or so ago as I was watching that iconic Russian
Grannies.
entry with all the grannies, the babushki, and that was great fun. I was like, they're all dead.
I killed them.
Yeah.
You never know. Some of the people can be quite hardy.
I think it was too long ago to trust that they're going to be with us.
Yeah.
They're,
Oh well.
Oh
They
well.
died doing what they loved.
Yeah.
Being shot out of a cannon.
Oh well, that was a very interesting to see all those. Thank you for that little indulgence.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for letting me do that. We were in two minds about how we kind of themed the show because we're kind of getting quite close to the day.
Yeah.
So we want to kind of get through them. I thought it'd be a nice little twist. Well, you asked. You said send me the hot boys, and I don't know if you meant to send me that text. I think it was meant for someone else.
Oh, and
but I duly obliged anyway.
No, you did the right thing.
Thank you so much.
Should we move on to our booms, bangs, and bangs for the week?
Let's do it.
What's your boom? And remember, the boom is the thing we don't like.
My boom has fluctuated.
Oh dear.
Oh, I know. This whole episode. My boom has fluctuated a couple of times. I think I told you on the stairs up, it was one thing, which was I'm a bit of a boom at Ireland's running order in the semi, where we're third, which is very often the death slot. But I'm going to go back to my initial boom that I said was, again, I'm plugging another fantastic Irish Eurovision podcast, which is Eurovision. They had Michael Keeley, who is like the big head honcho for Irish Eurovision on for an interview. And they asked him some really good questions, really probed him and got it really into like some really good questions. And it was a little bit disheartening to hear that he has only listened to two other songs, I think, this year. This guy is in charge of like planning next year's show, the acts, the styles, the genres, the variety of acts that we're going to get, and he's only listened to Ikome and Serving Kant because he had to, because there was issues with the lyrics. Do you know the delegations had to say whether they did an issue or not?
That's nonsense.
And I think they're the ones he's listened to. And Sergio, whose second name I can't remember, who was Bambi's creative director last year, really became a prominent figure of like, oh wow, this person knows how to put on a show for Eurovision. They asked, were we getting him back? I keep smacking my lips this episode. I'm so sorry. But they asked, are we getting Sergio back? Because that'd be a real big help for Ireland. And he said no, because he forgot to text him. Essentially, he's like, I went to text him and we asked him. It was a bit too late. He'd already been signed up by Finland. He's been signed up to do 3 countries. And he's like, he thought about doing a 4th one for Ireland. It's like, we were his first country.
That was
Joe,
disappointing.
there was probably a first refusal there. But Michael Keeley did not jump on that wagon. So well done for Eurovision for holding to cord, but it was disheartening. So that's my boom. How about you?
That's fair. My boom is accepting that Denmark is not winning Eurovision 2025.
Oh,
I just have to accept.
what happened?
Oh, listen, I'm doing a lot of the research, and the numbers not working in my favor. I'm starting to regret my William Hill bet
really?
on top 4. So I did a little bit of homework, and I went on to Eurovision World. And it was, who is your favourite Nordic act? Oh no, it was Wee Wee Blogs. Who's your favourite Nordic act of the Eurovision 25? Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Iceland. And it's like 14.27%.
That's a shame.
I don't think it's looking very promising for Sisso. And equally, Eurovision World said it's currently in the odds 27 out of a possible 37. It's literally the most played song on my Spotify,
really,
like, on repeat, apart from maybe Germany. I'm like, I have to let it go that she's not going to win. So that's my boom.
That's a sad one. I'm sorry, but never know. You could be surprised.
You never know.
Probably not, but you never know.
You never know. Maybe Sweden might, all have diarrhea on the night.
Oh, fingers crossed. And the sauna is steaming for other reasons.
Yeah.
Poopy. Poopy.
Yeah, so that's my boom. The acceptance that it's not going to. It won't be in Denmark next year. I feel.
What's your bang? Let's get some positivity.
Okay, actually,
into this.
well, speaking of Ireland, I am loving, maybe ironically, Emmy's attack on Irish culture.
Invasion.
It is so funny. So seeing her like, hello, I'm Emmy, and I'm at the St. Patrick's Day parade. And looking at her being like in a world that is it is a bit like her, like, going to Hobbiton, and she's just like, it's like I tried to compare it to something like Bjork speed dating, Daniel O'Donnell. It's just bizarre. Seeing this little Nordic princess talking to like a sheep farmer.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to do this forever. And you're like, what is happening? Not since Celine Dion was on that tractor has somebody looked less in place in Ireland.
Are you sure you're not including Lindsay Lohan in that?
Do you had a flashback to the other day? Remember when Lindsay Lohan had that vague pan Middle Eastern accent?
No.
When she lived in Dubai.
Really?
She may actually still do. But she was speaking to journalists, and she had this. I'm not going to do the attempt to accent. I'm not going to appropriate Lindsay Lohan's culture. But ultimately, she did adopt this pan Middle Eastern European accent.
Oh wow! Have you ever seen the video of Quentin Tarantino on BET?
No.
So he's on with promoting Django of all things as well.
No.
And he's with Jamie Foxx and the other cast member Samuel L. Jackson, and they're all there.
I'm going to guess he was really appropriate, tasteful, and respectful.
He really was. He, in his own kind of flared accent, said, "My man Jamie." But he said it in a little bit more of a tone.
Yeah, I feel you.
Shall we say he code switched like Nemo. But it was wild. That's what I imagine Lindsay was like with all the guys in the shisha dens and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I'm loving Emmy's I don't know how you describe, because I think she was literally doing like Visit Ireland adverts.
And it's like she's like, I should.
Yeah, like Visit Ireland?
Maybe.
Yes, I'm enjoying that aspect.
Yeah, it's nice. I quite like that as well. My bang is a little bit different. It's a little closer to home. And it's actually having sunshine in Glasgow. I'm going to be honest. Yeah. See how different Glasgow is when there's a little bit of sun. Mm-hmm. It was 16 degrees today. Yep. And Johnny got the leopard print out. You know what I mean? It's a real deal.
Well, I always like to imagine, how would Bet Lynch fare in the sun?
My mother.
Yes.
But yeah, it's so nice. And even just before producer Paul, there's a wee window behind me. It was beautiful light coming in. And the city's alive. As we walked down the street just now, there was a boy with a kind of subwoofer speaker doing an MC where he said, dance, dance, and make your sister shake her ass or something like that.
That's exactly what he said.
It's beautiful. People make Glasgow. It's so nice.
People do.
And I was on the train, and it just brings out the psychosis in people in the best way possible. And I was on the train, and the ticket inspector walked past, and this wee man, I would say generally in his early 70s, went, "Excuse me, hen, I want to buy milk and bread for my wee mommy." And the ticket inspector had a full-on panic attack. It was outstanding. And I love that. It wouldn't have happened on a rainy day, because he'd have been home. The sun brings the best out of people. I love it.
Oh, that's great. Well, this time next week, I will have seen Kino.
Of course. So will I.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, this is the second time you've done that in a week, man.
I'm so sorry.
I'm that tall guy you're beside.
There's the obelisk, and Bella will be there.
Oh, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So you remember they're there, but you don't remember I'm here. Okay.
No, absolutely not. She's much more valuable than you are. Yeah. I'm looking forward to...
Don't come crawling to me when you're sitting on someone's shoulders.
That's actually legit, because Bella's only a tiny waif of a woman.
Not a big lady.
Mm-hmm. And I'm really excited to see them. I couldn't go and see them last time, and I think Kino are superb.
Kino, if you don't know, are a Norwegian supergroup combined of like a kind of Nordy, Ronan Keaton.
Talk about a Eurohoney.
He's the Eurohoney of your eyes.
I have a big crush on him. Whatever his name is.
Very matter of fact with that.
Claude.
I have a crush on him.
Yeah. Klaus.
Yeah. We have a Disney princess who's got one of the best voices in Eurovision.
I always have super high ponytail, which
such
I love.
a good ponytail. Yeah. And then this mad guy from the north of Norway, where there's sunlight every 45 days, who raps in traditional Nordic verse.
He is the J of the group.
He's the J. He's the guy who wears a belt over his t-shirt.
But just the one.
Just the one with a big buckle. So I do the head out or hey when we get drunk in a karaoke booth. It's a sleigh.
Yes.
It's in Sleigh, which is a great venue. I
Yep.
think they'll fill it out.
By the time this comes out, you might still be tickets available.
I would give it a go. If you've,
I imagine you could come and say hello to us.
you'll see us there. You'll see Johnny, and you won't see me because I'm not there in his mind's eye.
I don't know why I keep doing that.
Yes, it's every week now.
I know it's bad.
Yeah, it's not nice.
Did you have a ticket for Aiko? No.
No, I think she's shite.
Fair enough.
That's the main reason I didn't buy one.
Fair.
But yeah, so we will be at Kaino. It'll be fantastic if you're about. Come along. I'll wear a Lorraine t-shirt or something.
I'll wear a pink carnation.
Like the chicken.
That's terrible. That was. Sorry, that was really
If you'd
funny.
like to see comedy like this, come to Balloch on Friday.
I didn't even think. I know that Balloch doesn't have. But is it a club?
I have no clue.
Is it outside?
I think it's. I'm hoping it's
Because
inside.
Balloch is beautiful, but outside?
Gorgeous. I think it's a pub.
Okay.
And I think I'll be in a wee function room.
Yeah.
And it's like a Celtic fan club thing. So I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm worried because a lot of my material was about Philippe Clement, who no longer works for Rangers. Which we don't. It's obviously about loving Celtic. And sometimes you mention the other team. How about yourself? Any plans for the next couple of days?
Emotionally prepare myself for Kaino.
Good.
I will also be. I'm going to Paris in a few weeks, so we'll be getting ready for that. Paris Marathon.
I'm not. You were shocked to hear, viewers, and listeners, I am not doing the Paris Marathon. As you hear me breathe heavily through my mouth through this whole podcast.
I plan on listening to Luan's Maman for 3.5 hours.
Excellent. And Ballarat at the end.
Yeah, that's right.
Fantastic. Johnny, can you take us home?
I can. Remember to follow us on Instagram and YouTube. Thank you very much to my co-host Jay, who's been a delight as always.
Thank you so much.
Continue to boom, to bang, and to bang.